Okay, let's review the job about the database administrator released by DL Resource uh, Private Limited Company. This job is island-wide contract full-time senior executive, 5 years experience, information technology. About the company, DL Resource, how to say, PTE, private limited, is an established information technology service company. The company is focused on providing information technology services to our clients based in Singapore, consisting of financial institutions, banks, and multinational companies. The principal activities of the company are focused on information technology professional services, including IT, manpower, contracting service, computing facility management service, outsourcing of applications, software development, and support maintenance service, and other related IT resourcing outsourcing service. This is a professional IT outsourcing service company. So this is contract and maybe a short-term contract. It's just zero application post on 8 June 2023, view closing on 8 July 2023. Let's see the role and responsibility. First line is Oracle SQL MariaDB Database software installation, upgrade, and maintenance. So easy. Resolve build issues with database or related third-party products. Issue with database or related third-party products. Maybe there is, I think not the other software conflict with Oracle database, but maybe the Oracle will install on the Windows, Unix, and Linux, and maybe install directly into, how to say, the 裸设备。To the bare equipment is right. No, it is not a correct translation. I will just looking for the help from ChatGPT. ChatGPT, how to translate? Bare metal or naked device, maybe not right, because I think the 裸设备 is you can install into the disk. There is no operating systems, no Windows, no Linux, no Unix. You just install the Oracle directly into the hard disk, so the Oracle will running no or linked to Windows. It is very important, and it can be very huge performance improvement about the Oracle. Maybe this is key information. Third, take initiative to enhance current workflow and process. Maybe some working for cooperation. Next, maintain database security and compliance and ensure database is hardened. How to translate hardened? Hardened. How to translate this sentence? Is confirmed. I think maybe the database is security. Maybe this reason for this job. Next line, manage project timeline and issue remediation. Remediation in the issue and the issue remediation effects. Manage project timeline and issue remediation effects. Take care of DB performance tuning, query optimization during build phase. I think always normal running. If you install the database normally, you can follow the instruction, follow the ruler, and you can understand the Oracle and the DB2. You can know and install it very smoothly and running very good. Next line, monitor and troubleshoot Oracle and SQL Server related CPU, memory, I/O, disk space, and other resource contention. It is normal operation. You just edit a script and monitor all of this resource. For example, you can use the PS AU to list all of these resources used in ARX and Linux. It is very easy. Next line, strong experience of backend of backup, restore, recovery, model, database string operation, DBCC commands. It's all very easy and a normal operation. Next line, handle project query promptly, meet deadlines, and coordinate with multiple infrastructure teams effectively, and maybe cooperation with your team member. Last line, should be willing to take up any role. In the team when need comes without any hesitation. You are oriented to do some technology job. I think so. The job requirement. Minimum 5 years of experience in installation and setup from scratch from various version of Oracle database and Microsoft SQL Server is a must. Oracle, I have used it from 8.1.6, and there is a very important patch to 8.1.7. And I think that is a very big my experience in Oracle, and we have used the Oracle 11G at that times, and other so long with the time go. Recently I not use Oracle, and I use MongoDB and NEO4j and others and the online database. Next line, I think maybe the SQL Server is good, reluctant, 可替换的 how to say, interchangeable database for Oracle, but I think the performance of Oracle is very good, and they have so many technology cannot be replaced. For example, the how to say the 物化视图。Physical view. Yes. Next line, strong understanding of database architecture. Proven skills and experience in setting HADR solution for Oracle RAC, DG, and ADG and SQL Server are always on. This means you must maintain the Oracle and the SQL Server always online. You can build a HA server for the online backup. If one server is shut down, so another server can really quickly online, just within 1 second, very quickly. It is HA. The RAC is remote access control. The DG and ADG, I should looking in for the Google. I do not know the abbreviation of it. Oracle DG and ADG, data guide and activity data guide. It is a third-party plugin for Oracle, and maybe useful. I think you can monitor it by just by Oracle package. There are so many tools included in the disk. In the package, you can do it. Maybe someone is named RAC and someone is DG. I'm not very focused on the abbreviation of the technology. Okay, knowledge in operating systems like Unix and Windows very easy. Experience in writing technology SR with Oracle, make sure that in case or any issue bug fix. Yes, there are maybe some bugs about the Oracle and Windows. Maybe some component is a conflict. For example, I have made some problems which I have installed the Oracle database into the Windows 2000. Windows 2016, because there is a hotfix about Windows. It due to the Oracle database shutdown. It is very few you can meet this problem, but it is a very important case for Oracle. You cannot just simply install the patch, install the hotfix by no verify, no testing. It is core working contact for a database administrator. Okay, next line. Strong experience in RMAN, EXPDP, import DP. RMAN is an assistant to help you to build up the to recover the database from another remote database. You can use the RMAN to build this working, and you can import and export Oracle database. It is said the 热备份. Maybe import and export is online export. 热备份. Let me check it. 热备份. Hot backup, maybe hot backup. You can use EXPDP and IMPDP to import and export the database, hot backup and hot recovery the database. But this is not very good, because we always use code backup and recover it by the whole database. Because if you back up the database online, I mean the hot backup, there may be some issues. Maybe thing is event 事物 how to there is so many Django matter transaction. Yes, it is. There may be some transaction not closed. For example, you are just inputting some voucher into the database, but the voucher may be always waiting for the response. So the log can record all of this SQL, but maybe the database have not inserted the record. It may be lost by the export command. So you must recover it with the Oracle log. Okay. Next line. Experience in evaluation and installing new software released and patch. It is very easy, but very important to focus on the Oracle hotline, the Oracle hotfix. Maybe some very few fix, but important to the database. Next line. Experience in developing and executing database security policy procedures. It just you can find the best solution such as the Microsoft SQL Server. You have some role, you have some GPU policy, so you can manage all of these access very detailed. And in Oracle database, you must assign correct user space and control all of these. How to say control the, because use based on use we say the space, based on the space we say the database and the table and the line. You can control a line. I have seen a very good product that they can have the very detailed access control for Oracle database, and they developed the ERP system built on the systems. They have the very detailed access control for the Oracle database. I think it is very important to control every statement, and you can control everything by your by the DBA. And maybe you can write all of these statements by the programmer and carry on it by the DBA to carry on all of these DDL and 数据 yes DDL statement yes. Next line, able to document all of the process and the checklist clearly and keep them up to date. It is very important for a DBA to write down all of this you have configured and all of this record and have some log about your working. It is important because you do the job is very important. If the database is lost, then maybe crashed, the whole business is crashed down. Okay, proven skills and experience in maintaining complex problem solving and incident management related to Oracle DB and Microsoft SQL Server. I have not some very important case study about Microsoft SQL Server, but I have some experience of Oracle DB. For example, maybe 10 years ago, we have experienced a disaster to implementation financial systems where at my company there is a big one company in the industry. It almost have 12 trillion RMB incomes 1 year. It is a very big company. We have the startup financial ERP systems, but the performance is very low because at that time even just one user input the voucher into the financial systems, the system will waiting for 16 to 20 minutes and responsible and the response to success. So it is a very big problem. So I access the Oracle backend and find the there is one statement always in executing because the executing of the statement is designed by manually. It is, I think, should be a revenge, maybe a malware from the vendor. They just want us to increase our hardware investment. They just want us to pay for more money. And maybe there is some on the table about the case, but at the time I found the backend statement. It is very easy because you are a DBA and you can find the case, find the malware statement just by Oracle package tools. Very easy. Next line, ability to work in a team. Yes, cooperation with your team member. Excellent communication and mail writing skills. Next line, knowledge and experience in MariaDB is the added advantage. I'm not very skilled at MariaDB, but I think it is very simple to Oracle and the other DB because it is also a structured database, different from MongoDB and NEO4j. NEO4j is a graph database, and the MongoDB is a JSON structured database. MySQL, SQL, and Oracle and MariaDB always structured like the Excel database. Next slide. Experience and knowledge in PowerShell, PowerScreen is the plus. Act as Oracle DBA, you must familiar with PowerShell and shell screen. It is very important because you must write down so many commands and check it one by one and run it maybe once a month, maybe once a week. Yeah, you can to check all of this condition, check out the hills about the database, and maybe the performance of your system, maybe the index, maybe to string your database. It is very important that you have the ability to write down the PowerShell. Next slide. Experience and knowledge in server virtualization is a plus. Server virtualization, we have two experience. I have two experience. One is Microsoft Hyper-V, another is VMware ESXi. We can combine server, PC server, especially PC server, and install the VMware ESXi, and we can build some virtualization server in the platform, so everyone can run it independently, and we can in this platform we can run the HA server very easy. Just very different from Microsoft SQL Server's HA. They must have two machines with the same hardware, and they must have connected by the optical switch. It is very complex at that time, but I'm not sure about recently technology Microsoft have developed. Maybe they can support the Hyper-V. I have read some articles, but not confirmed and not practiced to build it on my laptop, because I just have one laptop and one old laptop, and if you want to practice, you must have some hardware. Okay. I think maybe the principle for the designer of the server virtualization is very similar. Last line, cloud knowledge is preferred. Yes. So very similar to Azure or Amazon, and sorry, AWS by Amazon and Azure by Microsoft. Microsoft they use their Active Directory to control all this server. But I think Active Directory is very huge resource consumer, and we do not recommend all this. But I think maybe you can install Oracle and ARS DB2 into the naked space. Just install the database just into the system into the disk directly. No operating systems. Okay, it's all. I'm not check all of these options because I think all of this is very easy. Maybe I can check all of these box. Okay, I think this may be a good job. Because in China, you cannot get this salary from here, from China. Yes, it's all